The 2015 legislative session began on January 12th. One of the big issues right out of the gate has been the next 2-year operating budget and whether or not new tax increases are needed to balance it. Do you think there needs to be new tax increases?
I would say no. One of the little known facts as to what's happening down here in Olympia is the state gave us a 9% raise here in the legislature. What I mean by that is we have nearly $3 billion new dollars coming in from the taxpayers already without raising any taxes. My question to the taxpayers are, did you get a 9% raise anytime, even maybe a cumulative, over the last several years? The state did, and that is, by the way, almost 50% larger increase in revenue than we saw prior to the recession of 2008, where we were averaging only about a 6% increase in revenues prior to that. And so we need to, I believe, let's focus in on the dollars we've got, on the expenditures and liabilities we carry, make sure we're focusing in on those areas first, but tax increases should be the absolute last thing we're talking about.
Now, the governor does want to raise taxes. In fact, he has proposed $1.5 billion in new tax increases in order to increase state spending by around 15%. One of his ideas is a new capital gains tax. Do you have concerns with this type of tax?
I do, and the rate that he's looking at is about 7% capital gains tax, but let's be clear as to what that is. It's an income tax. It's a percentage of your income that you're getting taxed upon, and the federal government is already taxing you at a rate of 23%. So it would increase the overall to close to 30% tax on your income. And now let's do a history lesson. The people numerous times have voted again and again and again overwhelmingly that they do not want a state income tax. The other thing too is this is a very volatile revenue stream, as other states have found, and there's been articles on a national scale as to the fact that the state income tax that other states have is, not only does it have a larger, quicker impact on their slowing down their revenue source, but it takes a lot longer to build it back up. And so the effect that it's going to have negatively on our education system and taking care of the most vulnerable and public safety and all the things we want government to do gets actually hit harder when you go through one of those 6 to 8 year recessionary cycles, which we've been doing, by the way, for over 100 years. But it also means it's going to take a lot longer to get that money back that we're going to need to catch up to what those losses were in the first place.